Okay, so in our chapter number 4 of Commerce 3, we were going through the topic motivation. We understood what is motivation, we understood the importance of motivation, and then this is the thing which we have discussed yesterday, factors influencing motivation. That means what are the various ways, what are the various measures through that the employees can be motivated. So there are two categories of motivation. One is monetary factors, another one is non-monetary factors. Monetary factors means when you are making payment of money, when we are making use of money to motivate your employees. For example, you are giving them fair salaries and wages or satisfactory level of salaries and wages. You are giving them bonuses because bonus is the additional part which is paid to the workers apart from salaries and wages. Then incentives means the rewards in the form of money which are giving to the employees for their good work. Then there was another category, non-monetary factors. Non-monetary factors means certain things which are going to motivate your employees, but it is not involving money. For example, status. If you are giving them some status, in their title and all, they would get some motivation. Appreciation, if you are appreciating them, if you are giving them some small trophy or letter of appreciation or certificates, then that is also motivating them. And then designation, if you are giving them, allotting them some kind of designation, like the assistant executive, sales executive, right? That if you are giving them such kind of designation, then they get feel the feel that the organization is for them and they have to work for the organization. So these are the things which we have discussed yesterday. Now today we are proceeding further with the another part which is also a challenge for the manager, and that is leadership. Now, if I ask you that how many of you is having the qualities which are to be possessed by leadership, very few may be saying, yes, sir, we are having the qualities of leadership. Because leader is a person who leads. In the picture, you can see that this person in red color, he is leading others. Leader means a person who leads, जो सबसे आगे चलता है और बाकी के लोग उसे फॉलो करते हैं. Now here you can see that all these people, these are the followers, they are following the footprints of this leader because they have trust in him, they have faith in him, and they know that he is never wrong. Whatever he says, wherever he goes, they will follow him. That is the quality of a leader. Leader does not mean that he's having the pleasant personality as and all. No, it's not like that. A leader is a person who is able to guide them. Leader is a person who is having the quality that others are listening to him and they are following his instructions. That is leader. So in today's world, it is very difficult to make the people as your followers, right? Your employees are individual who are having difference of opinions, who may be having their own attitude towards the work, or who may be having a kind of a feeling that they are appointed by the company, not by the manager. So why they should follow the instructions given by managers only? Manager is also an employee, we are also an employees, like this is what they feel now. So it is very difficult for the manager to make the subordinates to follow him. So leadership is something which is directly related, the principle of direction. When you are directing someone, when you are showing the ways to someone, you have to be a good leader. Now, as far as a leader is concerned, leader must be having good personality, of course, that we have discussed. But good personality does not mean the physical appearances. That particular misunderstanding you just keep out from, take out from your mind. Good personality does not mean a pleasant personality. Good personality means having the positive attitude, having the feeling the people should like him. Sometimes we are getting negative vibes from some people, so we never prefer to talk to those people. But sometimes we are getting the positive vibes from someone to whom we don't know, but we feel like to talk to them, we feel like to listen to them. That is called as personality. So personality does not mean your pleasant looks and all, but personality is referring over here how you are behaving, what is your attitude towards the people. Apart from that, there should be communication skills. A leader should be able to communicate. It is not like the leader should have command over one particular language. No, communication skill means when you are talking to someone, that other person is listening to you, not only hearing to you. There is a basic difference between hearing and listening. A good leader is having that tact. Whenever he talks, the opposite person, he may be very busy, he may be having a lot of other works, but the communication skill of a leader is making the opposite person to listen to the leader. That is called as communication skill. Apart from that, a leader should be always cooperative. A leader should have the power to command the people. A leader should have the positive approach. A leader should have the understanding of emotions of others. Until and unless a leader is not understanding the emotion of the employees or the subordinates, he cannot make them to follow his instruction. So all these are the qualities or traits of leader. I'll just write over here. Traits of leaders or leader means qualities. Sorry, qualities. Whatever qualities are to be possessed by a good leader are called as traits of a good leader. So this particular word, somehow you keep in mind, because that can be asked in the form of MCQs to you. So traits means the qualities. Okay. So here we have understood the you can say a small meaning of leadership and the traits of leaders. Now let us understand the definition which is covered in our syllabus. The definition says leadership is the activity of influencing people to strive willingly for group objectives. As far as the term strive is concerned, strive means working very hard, or when you are putting lot of efforts beyond your limit, that is called as a strive. अगर आप में जितना कैपेसिटी है, आप उससे ज्यादा काम करते हो, मन से काम करते हो, that is called as strive. That too willingly. Willingly means as per the wish or as per the will of the person, and that everything is getting done for the group objectives. Whatever objectives are framed for the entire organization, when people are working very hard for that, that too as per their own wish, nobody is forcing them, and they are achieving the group objectives. But now why they are doing such things? Because leader have influenced them, right? Leader have influenced them. Somehow leader have talked in certain way or in such a way that the superior, that the subordinates, they got influenced, they got induced, and they started working very hard, that too without any force or without any compulsion, to achieve the group objectives. That is called as leadership. जब आप किसी को इतना इन्फ्लुएंस कर देते हो कि सामने वाला बंदा अपनी मर्जी से जितनी उसकी कैपेसिटी है उससे ज्यादा काम करने लगता है, और वो भी ग्रुप ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के लिए, तो वो होता है लीडरशिप. आई एम गिविंग यू वन एग्जांपल which is not very feasible over here, but just to make you understand, you must have heard about Hitler, right? And whatever we read about Hitler, it is totally negative. And yes, it is true that whatever practices Hitler used to follow, that was not in favor of the world, and we can say that he was responsible for the World War as well, right? But Hitler was having one quality, his speech. When he used to speak or deliver the speech, his speech was so powerful that everybody, those who were against Hitler, they start listen to the speech of Hitler. And the way in which he used to tell or he used to speak the things, people used to believe on him and they used to be on his side, right? Those who were against the principle of Hitler, those who were dead against that Hitler is very wrong. And when Hitler was giving the speech to the people, people used to get influenced by that speech. उसकी स्पीच इतनी पावरफुल होती थी कि जो लोग उसके अगेंस्ट थे, जो ये कहते थे कि हिटलर बहुत गलत काम कर रहा है और वो ज्यूस को मार रहा है बिना किसी कारण के, वो लोग हिटलर के साइड में हो जाते थे. दैट वाज द पावर. That is called as a leadership. I'm not saying that you should be like Hitler. No, absolutely not. It is not a feasible example. I'm just trying to make you understand that a leader must have that quality, because that is an activity. Somehow you have to influence the people that they should work by their own. There should not be any kind of force. अगर आप उनको फोर्स करते हो, लाइक नो, आपको ज्यादा पैसा मिल जाएगा, आपको हम लोग ज्यादा इंसेंटिव्स देने लगेंगे, तो ये आप इन्फ्लुएंस कर रहे हो मोटिवेट करके, लीडरशिप करके नहीं. लीडरशिप एक ऐसी चीज है जहाँ पे आपके एम्प्लॉयज अपनी मर्जी से वो एफर्ट्स डालने लगते हैं और आपका काम करने लगते हैं. दैट इज लीडरशिप. नाउ इन फ्यूचर व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू वर्क under some boss or some manager, you may realize this thing that time. Sometimes you may feel that my friend's manager is very good, my manager is not so good, because your manager may not be having the leadership qualities or the traits of leader, and your friend's manager may be having that traits of leader. That is the thing which is attracting the subordinates. Sometimes you may be, very much influenced by your own boss or your own superior, because he is having that much quality, or he is having, that many traits or the qualities of leadership, and he is able to influence you, he is able to induce you. Many a times, the work may not be permitting you to take any kind of leaves, but it is the manager who is convincing you to come on the holidays and work for that. And I have seen so many workers who are going to offices or to their workplaces even on holidays, and they are working full day over there without any kind of, greed that they are going to get overtime or any kind of extra salary. No, they are not getting anything. But it is the leader, it is a superior who is inducing them, who is making them understand that their presence is required, and they go over there and they work for the organization. That is called as leadership. So it is very difficult to inculcate all kinds of qualities, by the manager to become a very good leader. But still, all kinds of managers, they are trying their level best to inculcate the maximum number of qualities which a good leader must possess, right? So this is all about the meaning and definition of leadership. Now, let us understand what are the various types of leaders. There are so many types of leaders, right? Different people are having different qualities, and different qualities are showing the way how they are behaving. Now, one by one, we will try to understand the types of leader. The first type of leader is autocratic leader. Now, this autocratic leader is the oldest type or the very traditional type of style or the type of leader. This particular leader, he never listens to his subordinates, and he never cares about them. He takes his own decision. He is a boss. What he feels, that whatever decisions I am making, it is for the benefit of the employees, it is for the benefit of the organization, it is beneficial to me. So this is my final decision. He never talks to the employees about that decision directly. He's implementing and he's informing, see, from today onwards, this is your timing, without considering their views and opinion. अगर आज उसने डिसीजन ले लिया कि आज के बाद सभी को 1 आवर एक्स्ट्रा बैठना है काम करने के लिए, आपको कोई एक्स्ट्रा सैलरी नहीं मिलेगी, but that is my decision. That means he is not taking any kind of the consultation from anyone, or any kind of sharing of opinion is also not taking place, and he is making his own decision. And these autocratic style, they are very dominating. मतलब कोई अगर उनके खिलाफ आवाज उठाएगा तो उसको निकाल देंगे, है ना। पुरानी फिल्मों में आपने देखे होंगे ऑटोक्रेटिक स्टाइल। तो ये होते हैं ट्रेडिशनल स्टाइल। इनको ऐसा लगता है कि दे आर द बेस्ट, दे नो एवरीथिंग, एंड अदर पीपल दे आर नॉट एबल टू शेयर एनीथिंग, एंड अदर पीपल दे डोंट हैव इवन द अथॉरिटी टू टॉक टू देम। इनको लगता है कि हमने अपने एम्प्लॉयज को अपॉइंट किया है तो हम इनके राजा हैं, तो जैसा हम चाहें वैसा होगा, हम इन्हें पैसे दे रहे हैं, ये हमारे नौकर हैं। ये एटीट्यूड बना के चलते हैं, ऑटोक्रेटिक स्टाइल। एंड दिस इज द वर्स्ट स्टाइल ऑफ लीडरशिप, बिकॉज nobody likes to work under such type of leader. आपको अगर जॉब मिलेगा कहीं पे, और अगर आपका बॉस ऑटोक्रेट स्टाइल का होगा, आप शायद 1 महीना भी काम नहीं करेंगे। वो आपको कभी भी मैसेज कर देता है, फोन कर देता है कि आज ना 6 बजे आना है ऑफिस में क्योंकि काम ज्यादा है, आज रात को 8 बजे तक बैठ के काम करना है क्योंकि काम ज्यादा है। और ना तो वो आपका ख्याल रखता है, ना तो आपका ओपिनियन शेयर करता है। आप अगर कहते हैं कि मुझे इतना ट्रैवल करना पड़ रहा है और वो नहीं सुन रहा है बात, वो बोलेगा तो मैं क्या करूं, इस तरह से जवाब देगा। तो कोई भी पर्सन ऐसे लीडर के अंडर में काम करना नहीं चाहेगा। सो दो दिस इज द स्टाइल ऑफ लीडर, बट इन टुडेज वर्ल्ड और द टुडेज एरा, nobody prefer to work under such kind of leader. That is autocratic style. I hope you understood the meaning of autocratic, because from here we are going to understand different types of people, different styles of leadership. So autocratic, I hope you understood. Now we are proceeding with the next one. It is consultative. Now, as the name indicates, consultative means he is a little better than autocratic. Autocratic is a person who is taking or making all the decisions by himself without even telling to his subordinates or to his staff. Consultative style is a style of leadership where at least the leader is consulting with the employees. Let us say if any problem arises, that problem requires some solution, and that solution may require some sort of sacrifice, or you can say some kind of cost to be recovered from the employees. So over here, before making any final decision, the leader is at least consulting with the employees. उनको बताता है कि भाई देखो ये प्रॉब्लम आ गई है और ये मेरे हिसाब से सॉल्यूशन है। हम सबको कम से कम 6 महीने तक 1 घंटा एक्स्ट्रा काम करना पड़ेगा, तब जाके हमारा ये कॉस्ट रिकवर हो जाएगा और 6 महीने के बाद हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में प्रॉफिट होगा। मतलब एटलीस्ट ही इज कंसल्टिंग विद देम, देन दे मे गिव देयर ओपिनियन। फिर वो लोग अपना ओपिनियन देते हैं कि सर 1 आवर बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा, यू इंक्रीज 30 मिनट्स इनिशियली, then you increase 45 minutes, and then you increase 1 hour, because slowly that is going to make us to be comfortable with that. आप अगर डायरेक्टली 1 आवर हमारा सर्विस बढ़ा देंगे तो शायद हमें एडजस्ट करने में तकलीफ होगी, तो आप धीरे धीरे करके बढ़ाइए। तो दैट इज कंसल्टेशन। बट ओवर हियर ऑल्सो द फाइनल डिसीजन इज टेकन बाय द लीडर ओनली। फाइनल डिसीजन लीडर ही लेगा, वो सबसे सलाह लेगा पर चलाएगा अपनी। अब वहां से वो सोचेगा कि कौन सी मतलब बेटर है, कौन सी चीज एम्प्लॉयज को भी डिमोटिवेट नहीं करेगी और कंपनी के लिए भी फायदेमंद रहेगी। क्योंकि कई बार ऐसा होता है ना, जो आपके सबॉर्डिनेट्स हैं वो आपको मिसगाइड कर देते हैं, वो अपना फायदा देखते हैं। जैसे अगर आपको कहा जाएगा कि आज के बाद आपका एक लेक्चर एक्स्ट्रा होगा, तो आप में से कई सारे बच्चे अलग अलग पॉइंट्स लेकर आ जाएंगे कि सर मेरा तो जॉब रहता है, मेरे घर पे भी काम रहता है, मैंने एक एक्स्ट्रा कोर्स लिया हुआ है, वो मेरा डिस्टर्ब हो जाएगा। अलग अलग लोग आएंगे, उसमें से कुछ बच्चे ऐसे रहेंगे जो शायद सच नहीं बोलेंगे। आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट दे आर टेलिंग लाइज, पर 100% सच नहीं होगा। तो कंसल्टेटिव स्टाइल में भी यही होता है। सो ओवर हियर द लीडर is at least consulting with the employees, with the staff. He is sharing the problem, he is sharing the solution, but final decision is taken by the consultative style. So you can say that consultative style are little better than the autocratic style. Autocratic style तो बिल्कुल ख्याल भी नहीं रखते हैं, कुछ पूछते भी नहीं, कुछ नहीं करते हैं, डायरेक्टली डिसीजन ले लेते हैं। Consultative style, at least they are consulting with the employees. Then the third style is participative style. as far as the term participative is concerned, this leader, what he does, he is making a decision by taking the opinion of the employees, and that too in the collective form. यहाँ पे अगर आपको एक एग्जांपल के थ्रू समझाया जाए तो समझो कंपनी में एक प्रॉब्लम आया, कंपनी का लॉसेस हो रहा है, और कंपनी सिक यूनिट करके टाइटल भी मिलने वाला है। सिक यूनिट मतलब ऐसी कंपनी जिनको कंटिन्यूअसली लॉसेस होते रहते हैं। सो when you want to recover that, you have to increase your sale, and if you want to increase your sale, you have to increase your production, and when you want to increase your production, you need more laborer। अगर आपको ज्यादा प्रोडक्शन करना है तो आपको लेबर भी बढ़ाना है, पर आपके पास उतने पैसे नहीं है कि आप नए लेबरर को अपॉइंट करो, आपको अपने एग्जिस्टिंग लेबरर से ही मैनेज करा के लेना है। सो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, वो मैनेजर एक मीटिंग बुलाएगा सारे वर्कर्स की, सारे स्टाफ की भी, और वहां पे वो अपनी प्रॉब्लम को बताएगा कि देखो हमारी कंपनी ये प्रॉब्लम से जा रहा है, अगर अभी हम लोग कुछ डिसीजन नहीं लेंगे तो आने वाले 3 महीनों में कंपनी बंद हो जाएगी, सबकी जॉब चली जाएगी। फिर वो अपना प्रपोजल रखेगा कि देखो हमारे पास इतने ही रिसोर्सेज हैं, बढ़ा नहीं सकते हैं, पर हमें सेल बढ़ानी है। सो दिस इज द सॉल्यूशन व्हिच आई एम ऑफरिंग टू यू। देन अदर पीपल्स आल्सो विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट, दे विल आल्सो बी गिविंग द सॉल्यूशन, फिर वो भी उसको जॉट आउट करेगा, और फिर फाइनल डिसीजन लेने के पहले वो सबका वोट लेगा कि आप में से कितने लोग यस बोल रहे हैं इस पर्टिकुलर डिसीजन के लिए, कितने लोग नो बोल रहे हैं, और फिर अपना भी वोट वो रखेगा, एंड कलेक्टिवली द डिसीजन विल बी टेकन। दैट मीन्स लेटर ऑन द worker should not say that we have given the suggestion and the manager has taken the reverse decision। कंसल्टेटिव में ऐसा होता है, कंसल्टेटिव में सबॉर्डिनेट जो भी सजेशन देते हैं शायद लीडर को पसंद नहीं आते हैं, इसके लिए वो उनकी ना सुन के अपना ही डिसीजन ले लेता है। बट इन पार्टिसिपेटिव इट इज नॉट हैपनिंग। पार्टिसिपेटिव इज अ टाइप ऑफ लीडरशिप स्टाइल where the decisions are taken collectively by listening to the problems of the people and then they are doing it। Okay, so that is participative style। Then the next is laissez-faire style। laissez-faire style matlab, they are very friendly, it's a French word actually। they are very free minded and they actually keep trust on their subordinates। they keep them free। उनको बोलते हैं कि देखो भाई ये काम है, ये टारगेट है, ये अचीव करना है, मैं नहीं जानता तुम कैसे अचीव करके आने वाले हो, किस तरह से तुम उसे फॉलो करोगे, मुझे नहीं सुननी है वो बात, मुझे एट द एंड ऑफ द डे ये ऑब्जेक्टिव्स अचीव चाहिए। दैट इज laissez-faire style। so they are the leaders who are having trust with their employees and they keep them free। उनके ओपिनियंस को रिस्ट्रिक्ट नहीं करता है, उनके एटीट्यूड्स को रिस्ट्रिक्ट नहीं करता है, उनको फ्री छोड़ देता है कि इट इज योर जॉब, सी यू आर अर्निंग मनी फ्रॉम हियर, सो इट इज योर ड्यूटी to help the organization when they need you। this is how they are explaining them, and then he is saying that see I'm keeping you free, this month is the last month to achieve this target, you achieve this target in any manner। आपको छुट्टी लेनी है आप छुट्टी ले लो, नो प्रॉब्लम, आई विल नॉट डू दैट, आई विल नॉट ऑब्जेक्ट फॉर दैट, पर मेरा काम नहीं रुकना चाहिए। ऐसा सभी को जबरदस्ती बुलाना है कि अभी सबकी छुट्टी कैंसिल, आपको ना तो संडे की छुट्टी मिलेगी ना तो कोई फेस्टिवल की छुट्टी मिलेगी, आपको यहाँ बैठ के ही काम करना है, इस तरह से अगर आप करेंगे ना तो लोग जो है वो डिमोटिवेट हो जाएंगे। लेकिन अगर आप उनको फ्री छोड़ देते हैं कि ठीक है तुम भले ही मत आओ, घर पे रहो, घर से काम करो, लेकिन मेरा काम होना चाहिए, मुझे मतलब है काम होने से, तुम ऑफिस में बैठ के करते हो या घर से करते हो मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है। दैट इज laissez-faire style। कितना अच्छा है ना, अगर आपको laissez-faire स्टाइल के लीडर में काम करने को मिलेगा, यू विल बी हैविंग योर फ्री माइंड टू एक्सप्रेस योर व्यूज। एंड जनरली laissez-faire स्टाइल यू कैन फाइंड इन जर्नलिज्म। जो प्रिंट मीडियाज हैं या जो टेलीविजन है या तो न्यूज में जो न्यूज चैनल्स हैं वहाँ पे laissez-faire स्टाइल ज्यादा यूज किया जाता है। वहाँ पे सबॉर्डिनेट्स को फ्री छोड़ा जाता है कि सी हमारा एक न्यूज हमें ये दिखानी है, ये तुम्हारे ऊपर है, तुम किस तरह से वो इन्फॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट करके आ जाते हो, ये तुम्हारा टारगेट है, ये टाइम तक मुझे रिपोर्ट मिल जानी चाहिए। दैट इज कॉल्ड एज laissez-faire। आई होप दिस laissez-faire स्टाइल इज clear to you। You can put a yes in the chat box so that I can proceed further। laissez-faire style, is it clear? Okay, okay, I'm getting some messages in the chat box. Okay, so अभी तक हम लोगों ने 4 स्टाइल सीखे. Now the next style is paternalistic style. Paternalistic style means these leaders will be like parents. I will be just writing over here. Like parents. How your parents are dealing with you. You sometimes may feel that your parents are always shouting at you. स्पेशली फोन के लिए. आप जब फोन लेके बैठ जाते हो तो आपको ही चिल्लाते हैं. फिर आप बोलते हो कि अरे अभी तो फोन हाथ में लिया और अभी आपने चिल्लाना शुरू कर दिया. फिर गुस्से में फोन फेंक के चले जाते हैं. ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर देयर because all parents are caring for you. Someone have put also in the chat box, caring. That is correct thing, because your parents are having concern for you. They are worried about your future. So they don't want that you should follow any wrong path or should not go on the wrong way. इनफैक्ट आपके कुछ फ्रेंड्स रहेंगे तो आपके पेरेंट्स कभी कभी आपको ये भी बोलते होंगे कि ये तुम्हारा फ्रेंड ना मुझे पसंद नहीं है, या मुझे ये समझ नहीं आता, ये शायद तुम्हें गलत रास्ते पे लेके जाएगा. एंड यू मे फील दैट मेरे पेरेंट्स को तो मेरे फ्रेंड्स ही पसंद नहीं आते हैं. So it is not like that. They are having concern for you. So whenever the need comes, they become strict with you. Whenever need comes, they become very loving parents with you. They care for you. Whatever decision they make, even घर पे जो खाना बनाना रहता है ना, वो decision लेने के time पे भी first they don't think about themselves. They think about you, whether my child will like that particular dish or not. राइट. कभी तो ऐसी चीजें बनाते हैं जो उनको पसंद नहीं होंगी पर आपको पसंद है तो बार बार बनाते हैं. तो ये होते हैं पेरेंट्स. हियर हाउ वी आर कंपेयरिंग द लीडर विद द पेरेंट, that is paternalistic style. These leaders, they consider their staff or their subordinates as their own children. Like how parents are caring about their own children, these leaders, these the leader means those who are following the paternalistic style, they consider their subordinates as their own children, and they make the decision which are favoring their employees, which are in favor of the subordinates. They see that the decision whatever are made are making the employees happy. That is called as paternalistic style. These leaders sometimes they may become little harsh with you. Sometimes they become strict with you because they know what is right and what is wrong for the subordinates. Sometimes they become very friendly, sometimes they become very lenient because they know that the employees are doing the correct work. So they behave like our parents. That is called as paternalistic style leadership. Right. So today we have understood 5 types of leader. Autocratic style, which are a very dominating style. Here the leader is not listening to the subordinates at all and making his own decision. Consultative style means the leaders who are at least consulting the problem with the subordinates, but final decision is taken by the leader only. Participative style of leadership is a style where the leader is consulting with the employees of the subordinate and the decision is taken collectively. Right here, he is not leaving them alone, but he is taking the decision in the collective form. Then laissez-faire style means these are the leaders who are having faith with the employees, and they are keeping the employees free, means for their job. Once the decision is taken, once the work is allotted, then the leader is saying that, see, this is your job, this is the work which you have to do in the time. Then paternalistic style, they are behaving like parents, and accordingly they are taking care of the employees. The remaining part of sides of leader we will continue in our next lecture.